Hi, I'm Sylvia de la Peña and I'm gonna present my multimodal presentation. So as my multimodal component, I decided to create a pamphlet or brochure. This is what I created. And so I decided to talk about an organization that supports immigration. It's a non-governmental organization that I created. On the cover, I included the logo as well as the topic, immigration in the United States. So it is divided in 3 parts, and here's where I included most of the information that I had to say about the topic. Here, well, it's hard to tell, but there's a definition of immigration. It says that immigration is the process through which a person migrates from their home country to a foreign country in order to reside there, and most of the immigrants are motivated by an economic opportunity. So for this part, I decided to include 2 short stories about 2 immigrants. The first one basically says, hi, I'm Juan, I'm from Guatemala. I migrated to the US when I was just 12 years old. Now that I'm 17, I work as a tomato picker with my father. My dream is to become a doctor, but for now, having this job helps my family. Here, there's another short story. It says, hi, I'm Wen. I'm from China. I migrated to the US when I was 18 years old as an international student. I have an academic degree in computer science, and I work as part of a large and important company in the US. However, my dream is to create my own company and to stay and live in the US. And here I include a quote that says, like them, most immigrants share similar stories. So I'm gonna explain why did I decide to include these short stories. So basically I thought that it was a more creative way to include and talk about my main points. For example, in this story I talk about a low-skilled immigrant, while in this story I talk about a high-skilled immigrant. So basically here I am including 2 points that I discuss in my argument. One is that immigrants help in the workforce, and the other one is that immigrants bring innovation and entrepreneurship to the US by creating jobs or being part of key industries. Here I support my 3 main points by providing some short data and statistics that seem pretty interesting to me. What I did is that I went through all of the papers that I've done so far for this class, and I decided to include the most relevant data. Like, for example, 1/6 of the US workers are foreign born. Like 40% of Fortune 500 companies were founded by a first or second generation immigrant. I also say that immigration does not increase social spending. That's about my 3rd point, that talks about how immigration does not impose a fiscal burden to the government. So yeah, here you can see all of the statistics that I decided to include that support my argument. And finally, I included a quote that I made up. It says, whatever their story is, they are here to help. And that reinforces my argument that it doesn't matter that an immigrant is low skilled or high skilled, they are always helping in some way or another the US economy. Here I included some contact information about the organization. And that was it. That's my multimodal component. I decided to make it as creative and colorful as possible in order to attract not just professors and grown people, but also teenagers and maybe even some kids. That's why I chose this format, that it's easier to read and less boring.